Welcome back, guys. It's me, the Green Coated Olive, and today we're going to be talking about Marvel Rivals, how the gameplay works, and what characters should be added. So first, there's normal characters, which all have a left move, a left click on the mouse, which is a normal move that everyone has. Then there's a right click on the keyboard, which is, not on the keyboard, with the mouse, and it's a special move that does something else, like Spider-Man, he can like shoot webs. Then there's the shift move on the keyboard, and it's like a movement. Like Iron Man can fly, Spider-Man can swing, like that. Then there's the E and the F click, and those are two special moves. Then there's the Q move, which is an ultimate ability, and everyone has one. Then let's get to the other type. There's two base move characters. And what I mean by that is the left click is not a special. It's just another normal move. Like Iron Man. He has the repulsor beams and the laser beams. And those are both two basic things he can do at any time. And then there's the team up characters, which is the unique thing to this game. They have a left click, a right click special, an E move. Wait, yeah, they do have an E move. They don't have an F move though. Instead, they have a C move, which helps other characters. Like Hulk shoots some gamma radiation at Iron Man. Oh yeah, it only works in between two characters. So like Hulk, he can only help Iron Man. And like Iron Man, once he gets hit by the radiation, he gets like a boost. His laser beams become green and do a new cool effect. And then the last two, the first one, the last two types of characters. The first one is just a more simple version of the basic character. They're like more simple. And the only character that has this right now is Magic. She has the left click normal, um, and then the shift special, and then the E and the F. But she has no C move to help other characters, and no light click at all. Then there's Black Panther. He's a special character. He has a left click normal and a right click special, and he has a shift movement, and he has an E special move, but he has no F. Instead, he has a space move, and it's like either a double jump or a wall climb, but it's probably more like a double jump because Spider-Man has a wall climb, but it's a passive, not a special move. So I don't think they would make it a special move just for Black Panther. Oh yeah, everyone has a Q move, if I didn't mention that. Okay, so the reason I explained that is to because the characters that I want in the game will have unique, different like ways I'm made them with the abilities, and that's why I had to explain that so people wouldn't be like thinking it's weird how one character has like two normals and only like two specials, and instead of being like a normal character. That's why I explained that. Onto characters that should be in the game. The first one is Black Widow. She is a hero. I think she needs to be in the game. And this is the moves I have for her. So her normal left click attack on the mouse will just be her lightning batons. She just hits you with them. And then she has an E click which switches them from batons to guns. Because she needs guns, obviously. And then her right click is a special move, and it's a lightning staff, and she throws it at you, and if she hits you, you get electrocuted. It's kind of like Black Panther's spear, which should be on the screen right now, hopefully. And then her shift click move is a motorcycle that drives at you. It just like drives straight towards you, and will hit you if you're in the way, or she'll jump off it and it'll like crash. Then for her E move, because she won't have an F move, she's like magic, she's more simple, will be her, instead of having just pistols, they'll be like SMGs, and she'll just shoot them in a straight line. So she has like two straight line attacks, and that will be her E special. And then her ultimate, it will be her grabbing her electric staff again, and she like puts it into the ground and makes a giant electric field. And it'll be great for like capturing points and like electrifying enemies so your teammates can kill them. That will be her ultimate ability. So guys, onto the second character. Before we talk about them, one quick thing. I'm going to be listing them from all heroes, then to villains, then to whoever else I have that doesn't go into hero or villain category. So anyways, character number 2, Rogue from the X-Men. She has to be a character, she's just like the best person ever. So her normal attack is just going to be like a punch, just like Hulk. She just is kind of like floating in the air, just punching you. Then her special shift move will be her flying, like, or gliding, kind of like Iron Man. And then her other special will be her E click, and it will be her, like, touching you. She, like, comes over to you, like, touches you. It takes, like, maybe 20% of your health, maybe more. And it, like, increases her strength and all that, and, like, speed. Then her, her light click, she just flies in a straight line and punches you. Then her Q move, which is her ultimate, is going to be a grab move. Like Hulk, he has a grab move as his ultimate. She also has one. She'll just do a grab, she'll like touch you, and you like start decaying a little bit kind of because that's like her power to like steal your life energy. And so it could probably do like 60% around that. I don't really know. But that's what I have for Rogue. Now for character number 3. He's the best at what he does, and what he does is not very nice. Wolverine. His normal attack, he just swings his claws at you, like he normally does. Then his special move, he just lunges at you, kind of like what Hulk does. He just lunges, like high distance, like far away. Probably uses his claws to do it. Then his special move, he will have a Black Panther-like special move, which will be his space, and it'll be he can climb on walls with his claws, and like over a duration of time, he'll show like falling off the wall because it's like only claws. It's not like sticking to them like Spider-Man. Then his special move, he does an uppercut with his katana. Oh, this is also the E click. It's his like special katana. He gets from that one samurai during like the cool movie he was in. Then his ultimate. He transforms his claws into a bright red hot claws and goes into a Pharaoh mode where he's way more strong and like fast. Kinda like um kinda like Magic's where she transforms into a demon and it is stronger. Okay, on to the fourth character now, which is Cyclops. He shoots like the little beams out of his eyes. And then he has a light click, which is not a special, and it's more like a like 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 a more like not stable, but like compacted beam, and like stuns the enemy for a little bit. Yeah, and then his shift move is pretty unique. He aims his eyes at the ground, and whatever way his beams are pointing, he launches himself in the other direction. So he sends himself forward, I mean backwards like a cannon. And then his F quick special moves is he just sends a beam straight forward. So he's more like a range character. And then his ultimate, the Q click, is he just spins around and shoots lasers everywhere. So it's a good like thing to hit a bunch of characters with. Now for the fifth character, moving away from the X-Men onto the Avengers, it's Thor. And he's going to have a normal attack where he just hits you with his hammer, like he always does. And then his special move, which is his E-click, he switches his hammer into the Stormbreaker. And you'll see why it's cool later. His next special, whenever he's equipping the hammer, he throws it. And it comes back to him after it hits the opponent. But it only goes in a straight line, by the way. And then with Stormbreaker, he gets stuck in the opponent, but it does way more damage. So you have to like go to the opponent and like grab it off them so you can use it again. Then his special shift click move, he can fly, and it's flying, so it's just normal flying like Iron Man's basically. And then his ultimate, it's kind of like his ultimate move in Marvel's Avengers. He just uses the Bifrost, launches himself back down onto enemies. Good crowd control. On to character number 6. Moving back to the X-Men again with Iceman. His normal attack is shooting ice from his palm, just like little daggers at you. Then his special is he slides across the ground, and it's his shift click because it's his movement. And it's kind of like how he does in the Lego mobile games. He just like moves around on the ground, and it's all like fast. And then his next special, which is his light click, and it's a special move, he shoots an ice beam at an enemy, and it freezes them for like 5 seconds, and it can only shoot in a straight direction, and he cannot move it while he's shooting it. It's kind of like Lego Marvel superheroes again. You can like freeze them, and it's always really annoying. Then his last special is the E click, and he creates like a giant fist and just like punches straight forward with it. Kind of like maybe like Hulk's fist a little bigger, just punches forward with it. And then his ultimate is an AoE where he creates a giant circle of ice and traps enemies in there, and they like get like frostbite and like freeze over time, like 10 seconds, until like you're stuck in there with him just fighting him in a big circle of ice. Now, for character number 7, one of my favorite characters of the X-Men, OIP Gambit. He hits people with his staff as his normal left click attack, and then his right click, which is a special move, he throws codes at people. He probably only has like 3 or 4, and they like explode obviously because the explodey codes. Then his C move is he can touch like Wolverine or one of his allies, and it like boosts the ability. Kind of like if you've watched X-Men 97, like he touches Wolverine's claws to like now boosted with energy. And then his F click special move is he just trolls around and throws codes everywhere, and it like is a little like minefield around them then. And then his ultimate, he goes and touches an opponent, and they have like a 5 second countdown on their head when they're like starting to turn purple, and like then they just explode with energy. Now, character number 8, we got Hawkeye. So his normal attack, he just hits you with his bow. Doesn't even shoot an arrow at you, just swacks it at you and hits you. Then his second normal move, which is his light click ability, He does shoot you with an arrow, like he normally does. And then his E click is he switches arrow types. So probably like his normal arrows, he'll have like 8 of them. They'll recharge over time. But maybe he can switch to like explosive arrows where he only has like 2 or 3 of them. Maybe like switch to whatever types of arrows he has. I don't really know. Then he has an F click move where he grabs that same bomb arrow and he puts it on the ground like a landmine. And if someone gets too close, boom, it explodes. Then his ultimate is another AoE attack. He like jumps in the air, gets his bow ready, fires a big net, and it like captures enemies in it for like 5 seconds or something. And that's the end of Hawkeye. Now for character number 9. It's Miss Marvel, the mutant, the inhuman. We don't really know, but her first move is hitting you with her big hands. She just punches you with her big hands because that's what she normally does. And then her F move, which is pretty funny, she just slaps you with her big hand. Now, this could be like an F move or just a light click move. Anyone would make sense. But then there's an E click, which is a wide spreading, like triangular attack, where she just sweeps you with her big foot. And like can knock enemies over, like does knockback. And then her shift click move, which is her like movement, is she just like puts her hand behind herself and like launches herself forward, kind of just like a push off the ground. And then her ultimate is like magics again, but instead she just becomes super big. She embiggens and then just destroys everybody. Now for character number 10. Maybe a hero, maybe an anti-hero, but I'm still counting him as a hero. It's the Winter Soldier. His normal attack is with his metal hand and his knife, just like a little combo move. It's the left click, which is his hand, like punches you. And then his right click is with the knife, which like stabs you. I should have made that more specific. It's like his, his left click on the mouse is just punching you with his metal hand, and his right click is like swinging the knife. And then his E special move is he switches his metal hand to an assault rifle and his knife to dual pistols. So he just becomes insane. So he just like fires a steady stream with the assault rifle and like pew pew pew, kind of like what Black Widow would do with the dual guns. And then his F click special move is he throws an EMP and shocks opponents, and it's like a trap. And then his shift special move is uses his melee. Now if he slams his hand into the ground. Oh, he just slams his hand into the ground and uses like its kinetic energy or something. Is that a power he has? Maybe. He like slams his metal hand into the ground and has kinetic energy and it like launches him forward. Oh, it's maybe like his vibranium hand from like the movies. Maybe that's what I was thinking. I don't really know. But his ultimate, his last move, is a grab. He grabs them, slams them in the ground, and then like unpins 2 grenades and like throws them onto you. And then he has to like run away before they explode onto you. And that's the end for Winter Soldier. Character number 11. Let's get away from all those heroes and talk about some villains. It's the Green Goblin. His normal left click is he throws a pumpkin bomb at you. And then his shift. No, this is. No, man. His right click is instead of throwing a normal pumpkin bomb, he throws the like sharp one that's like a batarang but with a pumpkin bomb in the middle. If you guys have seen Spectacular Spider-Man, you know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It'll probably be on screen too. Then his shift special, his glider comes to you, and you still like flying on it, and you can do like all his normal moves, but just up higher. And then his E click is he drinks his like goblin liquid and like gets buffed, kind of like it's a gas like in the Raimi movies. He like just takes that, gets like super strong. Then his ultimate, I wanted to combine Lego Green Goblin with Ultimate Green Goblin. His he just takes like a bunch of the liquid, either like just uses it all as a smoke, or like just jugs it. I mean chugs a gallon of it. He becomes his ultimate rage form, which is like a big demon green goblin. And he's like super slow now, but he's like really strong. It's kind of like Hulk's. He actually turns into a demon Hulk, like a stronger Hulk, and then that demon Hulk's ultimate move is a grab. I didn't explain that well with the other ones, but like, now you know it more in detail. But that's everything for Green Goblin. Character number 12. He's the sandbox of a man. It's Sandman. His normal attack is he swings around a sand mace or like sledgehammer. And then, oh, yeah, Sandman is basically like that one person who was just revealed in Overwatch, who can just like dig in the ground and launch out of it and all that stuff. Because his shift special move is he digs in the ground and can move in it, but can't attack, and you can attack him. And then his like E special move probably is he jumps up into the air and does like an air attack where he like becomes sand for a second and like launches him forward with the wind. And then his last special move is he turns into a sand cannon, kind of like in the Lego mobile games, and he shoots 5 shots for turning back. And then his ultimate attack is he turns into a giant Sandman, like in the Ultimate Spider-Man show, if you've seen that, and I should have it on the screen. He like is halfway to the waist, basically. Waist above is just a giant sand monster, and he's like punching into the ground at you. And that's it for Sandman. Now for character 13, we all know him. Maybe not really love him. It's Thanos, the Mad Titan. And as disrespectful as he is, his normal attack is just slapping people with his gauntlet. And then his first special move, which is his light click, he just shoots his purple laser beam at you. And I think we could all see this coming. His shift move, he sits in his throne. He just floats around. And then his E special move, which is exactly like Magic's little portals, but instead he uses the space stone to create little portals. And then his ultimate, which is kind of overpowered, so it might be different. He does a grab move that grabs you, snaps, and then he just turns to dust. Looks like you have to have that as a move, obviously. And that's it for Thanos. So we're done with the villains. On to the last 2 characters of the video. Number 14, it's Deadpool. His normal left click attack is his katana. He just hits you with it, obviously. Then his E click is he switches his katana for dual pistols. I must really like dual pistols. I've had a lot of characters with them. But anyways, he has dual pistols. He shoots them off a bunch. Then he has a special light click move. He just takes out a rocket launcher, boom, just shoots it at you. Rocket Raccoon might have something like that, but I don't really know. Then his F click special move is the Katana Llama, where he just spins around with his katanas and hits you a bunch. Then his last special move Oh, yeah. He shoots a rocket behind himself, propelling him up into the air. And then his ultimate is another grab because they're cool and cinematic. He looks at the camera, talks to the player, says, "You suck at the game," takes the tripod that the person was recording with, and beats the enemy over the head with it. Then the tripod explodes or something. I don't really know. But that's it for Deadpool. And on to the last character. So, for the last and final character, it is what Marvel calls Starman, or DC calls an off-brand Superman. It is essentially his normal attack, which is his left click, is just a normal powerful punch. Then his right click is his special yellow laser beams. Then his shift movement ability is him flying. Then his special E move, which I think will be his one of the like only games like moves that can go to every single person. Oh, I said it was an E. I mean, it's more like a C helpful move. He gives his like life force because he can do that to like an ally, and it takes 10% of his health, but increases those and the strength and speed and all that. And then his F move. Apparently he has light powers, and so he does like a burst of light and stuns the enemy. Then his ultimate, he turns from Sentry to Void, which is just his bad guy version of himself. His yellow laser beams turn blackish purple, and his light thing turns to a dark burst, which is the exact same, but does more damage. But that's it for the 15 characters that I think should be in Marvel Rivals. Hope you liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you later.